Check out Theorycraft Thursdays here on Defense of the Patients for high-level Dota analysis, new builds, new theory-crafted combos, and a lot more. Here's a sample of what you've been missing if you haven't been listening to Theorycraft Thursdays.
Everybody likes Earthshaker, right? I feel like Earthshaker is one of those heroes that everybody enjoys playing, whether they're good at him or not, or whether he's good in a game or not. Like,
or at least they
just
like
fun.
having him on their team, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm never upset when we have a Shaker. Like, sick, we have fucking 3 stuns and they're all AoE. Sounds great.
Yeah, exactly. And we have team fight and all
and
that.
And the blink initiate, like, it's a good time.
Like itemization, I've like Shadowblade has really been the new cool thing that it's not really new, but people didn't do it like a year ago. So maybe it's new to some people, but
yes,
I actually
Initiators getting Shadowblade is like definitely like Axe gets it or like Axe, Magnus, and Earthshaker all get Shadowblade now, which is very cool.
Join the high-level Dota discussion all on Theorycraft Thursdays every Thursday here on Defense of the Patients. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. We are a Dota 2 podcast. I'm Cyphus, that's Roland.
Hello.
And I think we're gonna do just that, talk about some Dota 2 today, even though I have played no Dota this weekend.
This weekend, but you've still played about 14 times as much as me.
Yeah, I have been
one day,
getting
probably.
a lot more Dota in than you.
Yeah, I wish I could get more Dota in. And if you guys see my MMR rise like extremely fast, that's because I'm going to pay for somebody to make my MMR higher. I'm not even gonna lie. I want to play at 3K again, and I might just hire somebody to boost my account.
You've been talking about this all week.
And so, like, I have no shame. I'm not doing it because I want to have a bigger number. I'm doing it because I only get a couple games a week, and my quality of play sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's similar to your quality of life. Like, my quality of Dota life sucks right now. Like, I'm just begging people for a good game, and they're just, like, not putting anything in my hat right now. So,
I mean, okay, well, let's delve into this. Because
Okay.
you one of the things you said to me that struck my funny bone just right was you're like, I know this is my fault.
it's totally my fault.
I
Oh,
know-
yeah. The
I know
reason
I
I'm
did
down
this to
here is my
myself.
fault. Like, I was maintaining 3,500 and above very easily. It was up and down 3,500. And that was me being like, oh, I guess your Juggernaut's not good enough. Let's go back to like playing that support role and let's get back up to 37 or 38. And I'd do it, and then I'd be like, all right, I know that I can play like Storm at this level. And then I'd lose a lot and be like, no, you can't actually. You're not. Your Storm Spirit's not good enough at this level. Be like, okay, that's humbling. I'm gonna go back to playing like Lich, Vengeful Spirit. They're just good. Lion, like just heroes that are just gonna be good, pretty much no matter what. Pick them first. Buy a shit ton of sentries. Buy a shit ton of observers. Upgrade the courier right at 3 minutes. Make sure I'm helping. Make sure I'm stacking. Make sure I'm pulling. Those are fun. That's a fun game for
Yeah.
me. And I know my carry, just like I was saying back when I was at this MMR, my carry would farm, which was good.
Yeah.
Could always count on that unless he was getting harassed. Which,
Right.
hey, that's on me.
Yeah.
And, and people would actually TP and like help to get the other person out of the lane. Right now, it is not that way at all. It's a terrible experience.
Where are you sitting right now?
2,700. So here's the thing. Yeah, I could play mid and like I'm playing Storm Spirit a lot and I'm winning a lot. Every time I play, pretty much I'm winning and doing extremely well and just wrecking the other mid lane. But like I have to do 12 games to get to 3K. So supposing I go 12-0, I'm back to 3K. Playing mid, and that's getting mid, and I'm not winning on support. I'm not. And yeah, I'm totally willing to maybe pay somebody and that plays on like EU West or EU East or Russian servers, and you'll see that like my I don't know, some hero I've never played is like all of a sudden I'm like 19-0 with that hero.
with the clinks
or something. I don't know. I miss being up there, and I totally threw it away by jungling and playing Doom. And
the reason you're even, I know you're almost not joking about this. You're almost not joking about it.
Well, now if I do it, now I really can't. I knew the one way to stop myself from doing it is to say on the show that I do it,
Yeah.
because then
You really
I'm
want
now
to
I'm-
stop? Okay, all
but
right.
now
this
I'm
is
gonna
good.
get heavily scrutinized if I do
Yeah.
it. So, but yeah, no, I don't have a lot of time to play Dota, and when I get home and I'm in that mindset and ready to play a game of Dota, and I'm totally willing to pick Lion first. Like, I still have fun, and I'm looking at the game in a whole new way. As far as, I was elected to be the shot caller, I guess, for the team, or dot
Yeah.
or whatever
80-12 team.
80-12 team. And so I want to get practice in the role of, like, looking over the entire game and being where I need to be when I need to be there, type thing. And that isn't enough, because dumb shit happens. Like, I'm going Veno mid, and it's like, okay, what's that gonna do? And it's like, well, I'm gonna put a bunch of, like, it's my same mindset I've said on this show. But you're gonna put a bunch of plague wards down. You're gonna push the wave. It's gonna be really hard for that other mid laner. But that mid laner is eventually gonna get more levels than you, and your venomous gale is eventually gonna be maxed out, and it's gonna do a set amount of damage. It's never gonna do more damage. Your plague wards are eventually gonna be maxed out, and they're never gonna do more damage. They're gonna be set. You may even get Aghanim Scepter really quickly, but that also is a set amount of damage, of poison damage, that people just can TP away from. There's a reason, like, a Venom mid strat would be something that would, you do that to help another lane.
Right.
You wouldn't do that to help the Veno.
Right.
Is what I'm what I've realized, right? And so,
Well, and in a pub, if you're picking up that Veno early on to set up a carry to do that, you can't guarantee that somebody in the pub is going to pick a carry that's going to take advantage of that properly.
Then you get, like, Necrophos, safe lane.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. And he's like, I'm rushing Radiance. And it's like, okay, because Heartstopper does aura damage, and Radiance now does aura damage. Double aura, way better than one aura. Two better than one. We all understand that. And so it's just rough, yeah. And then you've got jungle lifestealer, jungle legion, whatever. Sometimes two jungles. You've got people, when you're trying to kill an ancient stack to get whatever you can get, coming in and taking the last hit from you. You've got assholes. Not to say that there aren't assholes in, like, a high skill game, but people are more willing, not completely willing, but more willing to, like, let's play Dota.
Yeah.
I have a basic understanding for it. You have a basic understanding for it. We're going to build a team. We're going to need an initiator. We're going to need a support. We're going to need a carry. We're going to need a roamer. If not a roamer, another, like, support, quasi 5, quasi 4, you know what I mean, type hero. Not getting that. And so I want to do cool shit. Like, I want to roam. And I just know roaming doesn't exist. I need to sit in the lane and keep harassing the guy that comes down there, because my Spectre, whoever was that picked, I'm watching him just miss last hit after last hit after last hit, and it's painful. Then I go to play core, and those I definitely have more success with, but I don't want to get better at core position. I don't even want to practice core position.
No, I feel you there. I mean, that's been kind of the nice thing about playing core, I guess, is that playing core for the team is that's what I've been climbing with anyway. So I'm able to practice doing that. And at the same time, I'm able to practice the core for the team. I'm able to climb MMR. I'm able to play the heroes I need to practice in a ranked game. Like, it's been a nice synergy. And I feel you. I mean, that's one of the things I was talking about with your brother Friday night, Wazoo, Andrew, who I am his Dota stalker. For sure.
Yeah, dude, you're creeping, looking through our windows all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see you watching a game, and I watch your game, and then it's my game, and it's just this weird inception.
Well, so here's what
games,
happens: is I sit down to, like, eat, and I want to watch a game of Dota, and I'd much rather. I found I was watching the higher skill games, and so one big takeaway from watching the really high skill games is it is nice to get, like, ideas for, like, all right, what kind of items they're building and whatnot. Even though frequently you'll see them build items that are obviously very game specific. And that's hard to, it's still, I'm not that great of a player. I'm not such a great player that I can identify exactly why he built that item or why he was going that direction, or even if it was a mistake, because sometimes it winds up being a mistake that they built that item. So I feel like I'm not getting as much out of those games as I am, for instance, just watching Wazoo play at 300 MMR higher than I am, and kind of getting a feel for like, oh, that's what those guys are doing, or oh, that's kind of what these pubs are doing. Oh, people are really good at moving together like this when at this point they aren't good at moving together like that at that point.
Well, Wazoo got patched again. That's what happened. Is Wazoo got patched in again, and now
there is an element of that for sure for him because I've been seeing him play a lot of Troll Warlord.
Yeah, it's back to those like 6.83 days where it's a good patch for Wazoo to get MMR. And that's the other thing.
No, but that's not what he's not just playing.
No, he's playing
he's playing a lot of different heroes. His versatility is
way better player.
He's way better than he's ever been before. Even since we all started.
But he's still, if you notice, and anybody that's climbing heavily, it's like 10 heroes or less that you're playing.
Yeah.
I don't want to play. I love all of Gaben's children.
I know.
I tell you. Like,
but you refuse to play normal to play all of Gaben's children. Like, it'd be one thing if you're playing for your MMR's sake. Like, if you legit...
Oh, yeah. If I could go back in time, I would play when I was, like, way into Doom and, like... And yeah, you know.
But like, do you feel like you're at a crossroads for that behavior yet? You know what I mean? Because that's been one of your like recurring themes here on the show. Is you can't play without something on the line.
When I was 3850, I was playing like 14 games a day.
Yeah,
and so I kept up and down and up and down and up and down. And 4K, even though I was 150 MMR away from it, seemed. Just I came to a realization of that's just not happening. Like I can't, like I'm stuck at this impasse of very high skill. I don't think I should be there. And when I am there, it should be on a lich, and it should be me basically in the trees, only coming out to sacrifice. If I need to go ward, I'm smoking to go ward. Like I'm completely invisible. If I'm moving with at least 2 other people. You know what I mean? Yeah. With my ult off cooldown, so at least I can throw that before I die like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any delusions of grandeur. I don't even think I'm better than I am now. And maybe if I pay to get boosted, I'll just end up right back to 2600. But I'd love to I'd love to just stay at 3200. I'd love to just like win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. I'm fine with that. I'm not looking at doing this to become some like, oh wow, you're less than 3200. Well, I'm quantifiably better than you. Not looking to do that.
So what I was saying before was what I was talking to
I keep tangentializing.
No, you're good.
But my brain goes the same.
So what I was talking to your brother about that night was, I know I actually started that tangent because I've been.
But I like tangented back to like I want MMR. We're like lots of it right now.
We're the inception of tangents around here. We're 3 tangents deep. So technically we're only 5 minutes into the show, even though it feels like 30.
And it is actually what, like 15? I'm guessing.
We're gonna play. Yeah. We're gonna play that game already.
Guess how long we've gone. 21 minutes.
We're at 13 minutes.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
15 minutes is what I was gonna say.
So, but I was talking to him, and he was saying because he made that climb. Like he would never admit it in any sort of a public way, but like he had dropped into the mid 2Ks. Yeah, and
I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
But you can go ahead. Sorry.
So he had dropped down into like the mid 2Ks, low mid 2Ks, and he has now climbed up to about 34, I think is what he's sitting at.
And he's probably going to continue to climb, and I guarantee I'll see him hit 4K because he's dedicated right now.
Yeah, right now he's in a hardcore dedicated point, and he's playing he's playing a pretty versatile group of heroes, but he's basically swapping between 5 and 1. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, 5 and 1, and that's awesome, and it's working for him, and he's winning, and his core is way better than my core because I'd lose MMR when I play core at that level.
And his support's good, like his Omni Knight's good, and he's playing heroes that that win. Yeah, Omni Knight, like Ursi's talked a lot about how heal is hard for people to counter in pubs, and those are the types of heroes that he's picking up.
Yeah, he's doing it smart.
So but one of the things he was talking about is it's the thing that he noticed as well that we've talked about a lot on the show, and I will wager to say is the biggest difference between the like low to mid 2Ks and the maybe high 2Ks, but definitely into the 3Ks, is that people don't pick the appropriate positions or pick appropriate heroes for the appropriate positions. And yes, Dota is a game where anything can work. And yes, in 2K, you see a lot of teams where it's 4 cores on one team and 4 cores on the other team, and you're kind of disadvantaged to not have 4 cores because the game's going to go late anyway, and the team with the most cores winds up winning. Like, yes, all that kind of nonsense happens, but it doesn't feel like Dota to those of us who are tryharding or maybe are watching pro Dota more often or want to play
I
Dota
want the
fundamentals.
team dynamic. Like right now, I play Thursday nights. Is I get 2 whole fucking games, and it's
Yeah.
great. And my wife even knows about it, and it's like penciled in on the
Yeah.
calendar where like, hey, I'm going away for a couple hours. Like, just
I'm unavailable.
I'm unavailable, and even that can be like, ah, it's Thursday, huh? It's like, yeah, it's Thursday, and then I'm like skip out to the shed, like, woohoo, I get to play Dota. Yeah. So back to the point of I was there. What happened? Why did I get here? So I was playing like 14 games a day when I was there.
Yeah.
Um, and I was super dedicated, and that's why I climbed. Like in one page, you could see 31 to 3600 in one page on my most recent. Like it was like 31 to 36. Like I was in the zone, was playing a lot of Dota, and I climbed really fast.
Yeah.
And it was like lich, vengeful, lich, vengeful. Like it was mostly lich. It was mostly abusing lich, which a lot of you are gonna say. I've heard this. It was right when a patch came out, and lich is best when a patch comes out. Apparently,
Yeah.
whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. I think lich is just good because he pulls the wave and get experience and shit. Anyway, so then I took those 14 games a day and turned them into stupid jungle and doom, and I dropped just as fast as I climbed.
Yeah.
So.
But so the
And
question,
it was just like because I didn't care anymore. I was like, I'm not gonna hit 4K. I don't care anymore. With every loss,
why did you feel like you weren't going to hit 4K? Was it because you were still abusing Lich, but you were getting into a position where you were winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one?
I just wasn't good enough. I could feel it, dude. And Lich was getting really boring. Like it was getting really boring, and it wasn't just Lich. It was Lich, Vengeful, Crystal Maiden, Lion. Like it was just those. It was like the 5 positions you can just pick right off the bat. You know what I mean? Just like you can pick it, whatever. You'll probably be okay. And I don't know. I just didn't want to play that anymore. I wanted to play, like anti-mage.
Right.
I wanted to play like.
And so,
Juggernaut.
like you frequently have, you just played ranked still because you like playing.
Yep.
You like having something on the line, money on the line.
Well, and then and this is 7.0, but the jungle hadn't yet been ruined as far as experience and gold goes. So you would still get 100%. And so then I had some minor success with like Lena jungle or whatever. I just wanted to do goofy shit, I guess, and have fun.
So my question is, obviously, because you had the sentiment that you had to have something on the line, you continued to play in ranked. And now here we are where you're floating 27-ish, right? What are you going to get to a point where you're willing to play normal to play the goofy shit? Or do you think you'll always have to play ranked?
I don't think I have time to play enough games to want to do the goofy shit.
Okay.
Like it that's the reason is because you play 8 games of Lich in a row and you're like, you know what? I want to play Tinker Jungle. Like it's an 8 games of sacrificing and buying wards, and I'm gonna play Tinker Jungle and it's gonna be awesome because I'm pretty sure it'll work with March of Machines if I get 2 clarity. And I like to do the theory craft thing in my head where it's like, what is the best possible starting? What's the best way to spend my starting golds to maximize my jungle efficiency, right? Yeah. And this is right around the Jungle Book when I would stream. This is when I did that clip where I killed myself as Storm Spirit, literally off myself as Storm Spirit. This is right around that time.
You missed a jump in. You missed a zip in and
a really long zip.
Really long zip. You completely missed it. The guy TP'd out right as you arrived. You sat there, you sighed heavily, and then I watched you bloodstone kill yourself. Suicide.
And so the game became ultra frustrating super quickly. And it was hard to put myself back in the mindset of, you're super frustrated, go back to playing Lich.
Yeah.
It's like, no, fuck no. I'm going to Doom. Like, I won 1 game as Doom, and that was it. That was the worst. I should have never won with that Doom. I got like a super fast Midas. I got super fast Radiance to just crush the game. Had like a 1,000 GPM or close to it because I got the Midas with the Feast talent with the Octarine core. And it was so much fun. Yeah, we won, and this is good because we won. Because how could it be bad if we won?
Yeah. How could it?
Yeah. And then I continued to do that for a while, and then when I kept losing with that, it was like obviously something's wrong with this. Let's then maybe traditional junglers. I probably started jungling like natures, and I don't know. I lost a lot. And then I remember like on the precipice of 3K, like I'm like 31. I'm like, all right, like you're getting close, dude. Like you've almost like lost, you almost lost all your money here. Like we're gonna have to,
walk away.
We're gonna have to, yeah, we're gonna have to be real good about this. And I think I went and started playing core position.
So okay, so rather than let's live in a world where you're not going to boost your account. All right.
That's probably the world we live in, but yeah.
Let's say we live in a world where you don't boost your account.
Okay.
What? Because at 20, you're still at 27, right? Like it's not like
I used all my double downs. 1, 2, lost 1, which means I come out even.
Yeah. No, you come up 50 ahead if you won 2, lost 1.
I'm 50 ahead then.
Yeah.
For my double downs.
So
that's right.
let's live in the world where you're gonna climb, because 27's not like that's not that far from 3K.
No.
That's, you're right. It's 12 wins, roughly 12 wins, 12 more wins than losses.
Probably like 13 to account for all the 24s. So 13 wins, 0 losses. I mean, I've done 16 in a row before without,
Yeah.
I feel like if everybody was just like, oh, it's the guy that's good at Storm Spirit. Let's let him have Storm Spirit. I'll play it pretty much into any matchup. I played it into a really good Ricky today and still won. I would see him ulting, and I just zip to the center of his ult. Like I like time it. And I killed him so many times with no vision just by zipping to when he was ulting. Because you know exactly when he's gonna come out.
Unless they cancel it and comes out early.
Yeah, but it was like a team fight's happening. I'm in the fountain or something like that. And I'm just like zip to the center of here. I feel good on Storm Spirit. This was I feel like I could probably do it in maybe 20 games.
Storm.
With Storm. If I played 20 games of Storm. But lest we all forget, I need to play about 65 more Axe games.
Right. But do you have to play those in ranked?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to play normal, dude.
This is the behavior I was trying to get to. Like, will we ever cross a threshold where Roland will stop playing ranked?
I play solo queue.
But you can play solo queue in normal.
No, what? If that's even an option, that is weird.
That's an option.
The only time I do that is if I was smurfing. Is when I'd go back to playing solo normal. I don't know. I want there to be like at the end, like there's some stuff for your hard work. You know?
Well, but the problem is that there's been we're taking that away.
Yeah. And even then, at least I'm like, go in and like, that hurt. Like, that was a bad day of Dota.
But it doesn't have to hurt. You know, it doesn't have to.
I want it to.
It could be when you're on your tip-top game and you're ready to go, and that's when you play your queued, you know? Play your ranked.
Yeah, I don't know. There's always the option of buying an account, which I can do that as well. I don't know why I'm telling everybody here, because I could just buy an account. I mean, G2A is like our #1 sponsor here in Dota, right? And I'm pretty sure they sell accounts.
Yeah.
And then I could get, my good games of Dota on an account where nobody knows me. I could name it like Godot or something like that. I don't know.
I don't think I talked about that on the show.
I'm bitching about Wazoo's name was Godot. He's waiting for his MMR.
And I beat him.
Yeah, Cyphus did get randomly paired against Wazoo. And
not randomly.
You didn't. Okay, you didn't beat him. Your team beat his team.
Right. Yeah. I carried. He carried. I carried harder.
I don't know if that's beating him.
It felt like beating him.
There's random chance that goes into that, because you got paired with 4 random people. Like, let's see you go mid. Let's see SF v SF. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a test of skill.
Sure. I'm not gonna play. I don't play SF, so it's no good.
Which is crazy. Which is the other thing. Where people, like, I saw an interview where they're like, "How many hours of Dota have you put in?" This is also Vice News. I was talking about Vice News with your brother recently.
Yeah.
Where they did the documentary about TI.
Yeah.
And this guy's going up to people asking how many hours they put in. They're like, 2,000, 4,000 hours. And he's like, so you're experts at this? And they're like, absolutely not. Well, I don't really know how many hours I've played. I know how many games I've played. And yeah, I'm not an expert, and that hurts. And that's because I've played all the heroes, which is crazy that you haven't.
Yeah, there are definitely still heroes I have not played.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That is insane to me. That's like we've been playing a game for more than 3 years, and there's still heroes you've never played.
I have never played a game to this day. Still, here is the list. I've never played an Arc Warden game. I've never played a Bat Rider game. I've never played a Beast Master game. I've never played a Brewmaster game. I've never played a Clinks.
Sound like Dr. Seuss for some reason.
I've never played a Clockwork. I shall never play a Clinks. I shall never play a Chen. I'll never, ever, ever play Clockwork again.
You've never played Clockwork?
Never played Clockwork.
What the fuck?
Let's see. I've never played Dragon Knight. Never played Dragon Knight. Ember Spirit. Never played an Ember Spirit game. Yeah,
dude. So you're missing out on some of like the sweetest, taste you can get in Dota 2, which is Ember Spirit is extremely fun. Dragon Knight is extremely fun. Clockwork is just as satisfying as Pudge, where when you hook somebody and you're like, dude, like I'm way good at this.
I'm sure they're all satisfying, and I don't get me wrong. It's not like I've not like looked at these heroes and read their skills a dozen times, and
but there's a difference between like landing that hook shot on Clockwork, and reading like a hook goes out 1,000 AOE
for sure
and lands and stuns
but my point being like I don't
seconds.
I know how to deal with a clock on every hero. I've played against 100 Clockworks at least.
I feel like there's a
I know
there's an acceptable 2-word answer for dealing with Clockwork.
Force staff.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to deal with a clock. I know what I need to do, or I hope my support has a fucking force staff half the time.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. And I understand how to deal with an Ember. I know that I
how
need.
Do you deal with an Ember?
Preferably some silence. That's how you deal with an Ember. Is silence.
Where do you get silence?
Or a good root.
What if you don't have those?
Listen, Proud. Roland.
No, Proud would be like fucking base attack time. Fucking.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's like I remember when I first learned how to use swear words. I definitely overused them too.
Love you, Proud. So
don't apologize for me.
I always apologize for you. That's my role in the show. That's my role in the show.
No, I was just
you say things and I apologize
for a long time. The problem is it's still new to him. Every time he says it, it's like whoa, that has impact.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. But anyway, I don't know. I don't mind not having played those heroes, and I guess to kind of circle this back, it's okay to. So why not play all those heroes? If I were going to play those heroes, I would go into a normal match. Like my first Clockwork game will be a bot match.
But I don't have any firsts anymore. You know what I mean?
Sure, but you do have plenty of not
for sure. And I was
thinking
thinking today. I was like, God, I need a mid with lockdown, and Ember came to my mind. Where I was like, dude, Ember can searing chain people like pretty constantly.
Yeah, okay.
And that's a good route, and he is a good mid. And I was able to say, no, dude, just go with your Electric Vortex, which has like a 15-second cooldown on Storm Spirit. It's a single target lockdown unless you get Aghanims, which I have done recently, and it's fucking awesome. You know what his Aghanims does?
Yeah, it does the Vortex on everybody.
Everybody that's in it, and she just... Yeah, I mean, I still pick Storm Spirit, although I think Ember Spirit would have probably been the better hero there.
Sure.
If I were equal skill on both.
But so what I'm saying is, if I were to, say I were to pick up Ember Spirit, like if I say next week I was like, all right, from here on I'm gonna climb and I'm gonna go mid.
Yeah, you gotta do it mid.
And mid is the only way I feel like I can climb from here. I keep losing my mid. My mids keep losing. I want that to be firmly in my grasp, in my hands. So I start being a mid asshole.
Your MIGs keep losing? Is that what you? Is that what you said? Or your mids?
Sorry, Migs.
Your mids or your MIGs?
My mid Migs keep losing. Migs is the mid on our AD2L team for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Say I'm like all the mids are losing and I'm gonna now just play mid. I would probably run like 30 to 40 games in normal queue, and before I took any of those mids into a normal game,
30 to 40, my ass.
No,
dude.
no joke.
Look at
I for sure
your
would.
games. Let's see
For
your
sure
games
would.
played. I bet you have heroes that you think that you put on your list of I'm good with that you have less than 40 games played with.
No, I mean 30 to 40 games where I'd be mixing it up with the heroes. Like, so say I would play the Ember, I'd do two bot games of Ember against unfair bots, and then I would take Ember in for like 4 or 5 games into normal. Then I'd consider myself
putting
decent
a
with
full
Ember.
work weekend before you take them into ranked.
Yeah, well,
You're
before
saying, I'm gonna do 40
not
hours
per
of
hero.
Ember.
Yeah, not per hero.
Damn.
I would get to a point where I felt comfortable, and then I try to improve and hope that because I've been playing at this level, I can, with a good warm up on those heroes and a couple of practice rounds, a few practice rounds, could handle going into ranked. I would at least do that before I went into ranked with it. But so like why not consider doing that? Why not consider on your end, so to bring this back around to like that behavior, why not go to I'm sure we could go a year ago, and I'm having the same conversation with you. But
Probably. I definitely. What's that called when you go keep taking back steps?
Regression.
Regression. Yeah, I definitely have been regressing for years.
So why not go into normal and play the goofy game and get it out of your system, and then be like, nah, I'm gonna play a serious ranked game.
Apparently you weren't listening this episode, okay? Because I said I'm done with the goofy games. All right?
Okay.
Suppose we live in a world where
right, but now you're saying
games.
it kills you though to think that you might only play like 5 or 6
them all
heroes.
now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now you feel like you've gotten all the.
I've had sick ass like triple remnant Ember Spirit where I triple remnant into somebody after I Veil of Discord them and blow up like 2 people, or 3 people.
Yeah.
I've had that satisfying feeling.
Okay.
I've hook-shotted people from afar. Okay.
So you're not gonna feel. You don't feel like you'll feel the temptation to play those.
I want to play better as a team, and I want good practice in my pubs, and I play solo queue. So there's a bunch of and statements, a bunch of conditions need to be met in order for that to work.
So okay, so I'll now on the flip side I'll say this. So even though I am playing core, I still am playing support in my solo queue games. For instance, the last game that I played Crystal Maiden because I got thrown into a very high skill game with like this 4200 guy who wanted to safe lane carry, and how am I going to argue with that guy? You know what I mean? So I picked Crystal Maiden because my thought was along the lines of the same thoughts that you kind of have with your support. When you're talking before about playing Lich in those very high skill games. I always pick Crystal Maiden because I'm like, well, at least I'll give them mana regen. Yeah. Like at the very least, I won't be fucking up the team in that regard, and they'll get something out of me that is worthwhile.
But Crystal Maiden's tough because it's like if you don't like, throw your Q, and it's like I just did on a jungle camp. I'm sorry. It's like, why would you use your Q in a jungle camp? It's like I don't know.
I was farming.
I don't know. It's like use your W in a jungle.
I carry a ton of clarity on her even after I get my
you should because she has a teeny mana pool.
Yeah.
But
I always pop a clarity if I'm going to farm a camp.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I am playing support sometimes. Maybe you're not going to be able to play a 4. Like I'll completely agree with you. You're not going to be able to play a 4, especially if you fall below 27. Like you're not going to be able to play a 4.
Like my roaming Slardar
really climb.
Is not going to win. Like I can do super well, and I can set it up so that my team has a better chance of winning.
Right.
But I can't literally anti-mage, put the game on my back, win the game.
Right.
Or Storm Spirit, zip zap, zip doodle lap, back to win the game. You know what I mean? Like that is what I love.
That's probably an impossibility. So what I'm saying is, why not get some 4s for when you pop into a game and boom, mid safe off lane are all taken.
They always are. That's why like sometimes I will get up and leave my computer station to get some fresh air on the outside world. And if I do that, like press accept for the game and do that and like come back in 5 seconds, every position, like, guess you're supporting because you didn't put your little token there.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. But how else are they going to do it? Like, I can't blame Valve on the UI.
I mean,
The UI is brilliant. Like, it's better than not having that because then we'd have dual mid like Storm and Shadow Fiend. And it's like, where in the fuck? Like, how does this work? Like, this Pudge recently said me mid, and we had an Ember Spirit, and it was like everybody just laughed. Like, it just, and he even though he was dead serious, and he probably like it hurt him that everybody on the team laughed. Everybody, even at like 2.7K, was like, dude, you can't have mid. Like Ember has to go mid. There's just like there's no other option. You have options. He doesn't.
Yeah.
And they just were like, everybody was just like, and he was just like, no, serious, and was like, okay, dude. Like, all right, like go ahead. Like, no, Ember's mid. Like, you can say that all you want. Because yeah, position.
So what?
Back to the hero in a position.
But I mean, do you think you could? So why not? Why not just to get yourself to the 3K area? Why not commit the next like few weeks to just playing your strongest safe lane cores?
I'm stronger mid than I am safe lane.
Okay, then your strongest mid cores.
Sniper and Storm.
And Viper. I mean,
Fuck Viper. Viper is toxic. Like, he really is. That's no fun. There's no fun. There's no skill in that.
Well, who cares if it gets you to 3K?
Because I want to get there. Like, just for this, I want to get there with at least. Well, I guess I was talking about boosting, so that's absolutely skillless. So at least getting there with Viper is at least
at least it's
that.
you that did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, why not? Why not do that?
Here's what's gonna suck is when we end this show, I'm gonna play Dota and I'm gonna win like 20 games in a row, and people are gonna be like, he boosted that, and it's gonna not be true because
we'll know if they're on US East and US West that it's you.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I could find a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty well connected in the Dota scene.
Well, if somebody plays a game and P. Roland pops into your game,
not.
if P. Roland pops into your game and you're like, hey, Roland, I love the show. And then he's like, what show? Then you'll know.
No,
right?
I'll just change my name. I'll just change my name and say, and I don't know.
Go offline.
You can't play in offline anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't evade your girlfriend anymore by playing Dota over here like you used to, dude.
That never happened. I don't know what he's talking about. Honest to God, I have no idea.
It's been long enough.
I don't know what he is speaking of.
You can't go offline and play Dota over here for 3 hours and say you're recording a show. Dude.
I would never do that, baby. If you're listening, I would never do that, girl.
When you log in, it says you're in offline. So you can play like bots and stuff, but you cannot play ranked.
Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't done it. I've never
tried.
It.
I've wanted to because it's like I see that like all of you guys are playing, and I don't want the creeper looking through my window. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. And so, hold on. The creeping looking at you guys playing is like I'm eating something, or I can't get a full game in, and we're about to go somewhere, and so I'll pop in and I'll watch one of you guys, or like last night, like
whoa, oh my god. Dude, you're really good at that. Like, that was the creepiest one. Is like, dude, your Storm is godly. And it's like, that's like watching me take a shower and being like, dude, you're well endowed. Like, wow, you're totally.
That is not what it's like at all.
That's what it felt like.
God forbid I gave you a compliment.
That's what it felt like.
I'll never compliment you ever again.
It was like, whoa, bro. Like, I'm in the shower right now. Can we not talk about the size of my appendage? Okay.
I don't know why it's creepy that I watch my friends' games. And of course I watch you and Wazoo more than anybody else because I have something invested when I'm watching you guys. Like I know
is my dick as big as theirs?
No, because I watch it like I root for you guys. I'm like, oh fuck, they're fucked. I'm like, oh no, that's not good.
And I know that like I came out of a game once and I just messaged you like, yep, that one sucked. And you're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, weren't you watching? And it was just one time you just weren't. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just assumed you were watching that entire game the entire time. So, like, yeah, that one sucked. And you're like, I don't think you meant to type this to me. And I was like, I absolutely did. Like, you didn't see the 42-minute fight where like this went down.
Yeah, sorry, man. You know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I like watching. If I don't have the opportunity to play,
just keep your eyes to yourself.
I like watching you guys' games, and I'm gonna continue to do it. And apparently you can't put a stop to it.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do, which is fucked.
You go unfriend me.
Like, I don't know. It's like going to the club and it's like, oh, I did wear too short of a skirt. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's just watching me and like, I know I'm not doing good tonight. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'm feeling a little off my game.
Yeah, a little self-conscious.
Yeah, a little self-conscious.
All right.
Sure. So, especially my bad games.
Well, you never know when I'm going to pop in and watch, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm like that's Santa, even worse. You know? That's even worse. I'd rather know, like, yeah, and even when you're at work, I'm my phone. Ugh, can I zoom? Ugh, look at his cosmetics.
Ugh. I don't watch at work. Well, I watch if you're on stream.
Yeah, which I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's because I got in a horrible accident I don't want to show
No,
my
you're
face
so
until it
horribly
heals.
disfigured. Speaking of which, I know this is non-Dota, and so somebody out there is gonna hate it. But boy, going to Archie's
Yeah, I went to
barbershop,
Archie's recently, yeah.
boy, it's so good. I can't recommend. the
God
barbershop
forbid
enough.
on this show that we've been doing for 3 years, we talk about topics we'd like to talk about.
Like
Can we?
barbershops.
Yeah. Where are we at? Can we do guess the time again?
Yeah, sure.
37 minits.
40 minutes.
Nice.
40
I've been
minutes.
within 3 minutes every single
Yeah,
time. I have this like
you're getting
weird
close. Yeah.
ESP, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't know. I listened to how stuff works on it. By the way, started listening to podcasts.
Uh-huh. Now that you're doing a podcast for 3 years, you finally started listening to them. That's good.
It only took me like 2.5, 3 years probably.
Yeah.
Hardcore history.
Amazing. Sure.
Is great. Although it's like Dan Carlin puts me to sleep while I'm driving, man. Like,
Yeah, he's
'cause
maybe
it's
not
like-
the best to listen to there.
look, let's suppose
An
you're in a-
alien race
let's
came
suppose
down.
yeah,
It's
you're-
always aliens.
you're reading a book and you're turning the page and you notice that it's a book in your hand. And you're
Why-
like, wow, this is a book.
Why haven't we done a Dan Carlin spoof intro for the show?
We totally
Imagine
should.
you're an alien
Yeah.
and you step into this game called
That's pretty good.
Dota 2.
That's pretty good.
Defense of the Ancients started as a Warcraft 3 modification.
But let's go further back than that. Video games. Imagine yourself playing a video game. You have a
Now-
mouse.
Would you want to pick that jungler in that situation?
Okay, don't kill it. It was good. It was really good. Don't let that live in. Let that live.
It's only funny to like the 5 people
actually
who
really-
listen to Dan Carlin.
I would say that it would be really cocky for us to say that people don't listen to Dan Carlin and listen to us because.
No,
like,
I'm sure.
everybody
Okay.
listens
A lot
to
of people
that
listen to
fucking
Dan
guy.
Carlin.
Like,
If you listen to a podcast,
you
you
probably
do.
know what Dan
Probably.
Carlin
Okay.
is.
And
And
so
How
back
Stuff
to
Works
Dota.
is awesome too, dude. I wanted them to do a How Stuff Works on Dota
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
because they do a ton of research before.
Well, I've got, so speaking of how stuff works for Dota, I've got the more detailed outline almost completely done for the first episode of the newbie's guide to Dota 2.
I love how we keep like it's not like entertaining this idea that we're gonna do this.
Oh, I
series.
want to do it. I really do. I really do. And
I
know that I have to put more work into it.
Oh yeah,
and I
you've
know
got-
that if I
you
I
gotta
know if
pretty
I
much do it all, dude.
Yeah,
'cause
I-
I put
and
about zero mental
I
capacity
know
into that.
that's all right. I know if I get the outline.
It's a good idea though.
Yeah, I think it is, and that's why I'm going to keep pushing it. I know if I get the outline fully fleshed from my perspective,
Aren't
and
there
then
new
kick it
Dota
over.
podcasts? Why don't we just feed these ideas to them? I mean, they're
They're-
they're
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, there are a bunch of noob Dota podcasts out there, but I want our own. So you can put a good YouTube link, or a good YouTube playlist that's all these, so you're brand new to Dota 2, so welcome to Dota, you suck type stuff.
I saw that they had a Power Spike episode. What, the Dodo Birds?
Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
a big shout out to you owe us money, bitches. What are their names? The Dodo Birds?
I don't know,
I think
but
it's the Dodo Birds. There's a new Dota podcast. They might be better than us. You should check them out.
You're the worst podcast host ever. All right,
They
so
were talking about Power Spikes, and I was like, "Hey, man." And it's like, wait, we can't just claim everything. We've done like 800 podcasts.
yeah, we're not allowed to.
We've talked about Power Spikes. Don't you dare! Don't you dare, Dodo Birds! Talk about Power Spikes.
No, it actually I like to see
Me too.
like people
I like
have
to
that
see when they
interest.
start and then count how many days until they fail. You know what I mean? It's usually
That
around
doesn't
12.
always happen. It doesn't now you've cursed us.
I know.
You just cursed us.
I know. 2 years
Number
from
one
now, it's like,
podcast.
no, the Dodo Birds have broke all ground in Dota 2.
They're gonna be at TI8. And you're gonna cry.
No, I won't. I'll just kiss some ass and be like, yeah, you
Hey
know.
guys, will you come on ours?
No, I'll just hey, I'm really experienced. I've done like 600 episodes. You need a host that's loud, that's rude, that's dumb.
Jump ship.
Maybe dumb ain't fair. Dumb ain't fair. Dumb isn't fair. Just talk over people. And,
So I haven't even talked to you about this, but so Leafy's impacted by Irma.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I saw that she was I saw that in the Discord.
So for Teach Me Tuesdays coming up tomorrow, guys, because we wanted to switch up, the roster from week to week, and you and I were talking about having the two ladies be on the next one with Proud. I think what we're gonna do is swap you and me instead, is what was discussed at least earlier today in the meeting.
Okay.
So I might record that one tomorrow with those guys.
I thought you already did that.
No, I was going to earlier today, but I didn't get a chance. B-Dub was tied up, and then miscommunications.
Tied up? Is she okay?
Yep, she's all right. She was, tied up by Wile E. Coyote on the train tracks, I guess, if that's where you're going
exactly
with this.
Where my mind went.
But Ursi gave me homework on the last
such
one.
a dad thing to say. Is what I tied up. Oh my god.
So Ursi gave me homework on the last one. Did you guys get homework from Proud?
No. And if Ursi were to give me homework, I would fucking rip it
Oh
off.
Man, it was one of the best homework assignments I ever got. Aggressively farming the enemy jungle. So he gave me a couple of cores to try when, because I was telling you, like, one of the hardest things I have, one of the biggest issues I keep facing is I'll get into a farm pattern and I'll finish a camp.
Just like ketamine, you get into an F hole, dude, instead of a K hole. And you're just like sinking deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's like,
no.
Danny, come on. Danny, are you there? And it's like, no, fucking Danny, get out of
that is based off of one Luna game. This whole stereotype. This whole stereotype.
It's like Get Out, dude. It's like in that black room when he's floating, and he's just like, "Help! I don't know what's happening. She wants me to quit smoking." And that's you, dude, with your farming.
No,
it's like we can't get it to stop.
One Luna game is what this is based off of, and I still hold that you guys and fuck you guys for the stereotype because of one fucking Luna game. But I still hold that I wanted one more item, and I was right about it. I should have had it. It was a rough lane. I wanted one more item.
You're never wrong. Nothing has ever been bigger or better with you playing on a team.
Not saying
you farm incredibly. Your homework assignments are the best.
Anyway,
in the enemy jungles.
This homework assignment it was really nice because I frequently get into these farm patterns where I'll find that I'm farming a camp. I've pushed a lane. I farmed a camp. I know which camp I'm moving next to, and I know which camp I'm going to right after that. And lo and behold, I'll see my mid taking the camp I was going to next, and my off laners taking the camp I was going to go to after that. And the lane's already pushed up, so I have nowhere to go. So Ursi's whole thing was, really focus on finding good opportunities to go into the enemy jungle. And now that I've started really looking for that, I've been able to bleed that into my farming rotations, and it's been
maybe the only time you use haunt to get into the enemy jungle, dude. Maybe the only good haunt you ever use. You know what I mean?
Go fuck yourself.
That sounds like a reason for you to use Spectral right there, is to get into the enemy jungle.
Anyway,
awesome,
it's been going great,
I'm glad
and I'm seeing huge success. And my MMR doesn't need to be boosted. So
wow, see, somebody's ego's been bruised when they have to go back to that. Oh man!
All right, should we before we do this? Do you want to gush about some patrons?
Sure, I could do that.
Do you want, or B, read some iTunes reviews, or C, a little of both?
I'm done with iTunes reviews. Fuck you guys. I don't want your honest opinions anymore. You leave them to yourself, you bastards.
We have 4 that we haven't done.
Hold on.
And 3 of them are really nice.
Nope. Not after the one guy who got me good, dude. Whatever.
3.
I don't even remember.
3 are really nice, and only one of them is a direct insult to you.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good success rate right there. All right. Geo Badger, man. Look, we know that you're half rock, half badger, and it's wanting to be a geologist badger, but people judge you in school and stuff. So you're coming up and fuck, dude. Wish you could have been a honey badger, probably, but you're a geo badger, and that's all right. But your $10 is good here, just as good as it is anywhere else.
Just as good as the honey badgers,
Know that no one else can take that away from you. No matter how much you like rocks, no matter how much of a badger you are, we love you here at Defense of the Patients, and thank you so much for your contribution. Let's find another one. Dandrus, you're going into summer as we're going into winter, and once again, I'm jealous. This is the way the world works. Apparently, is that there's this equator, and some people experience winter at the same time other people experience summer. And that's pretty much what I've got to say about you, Dandrus, is you live in Australia, and you're a good guy. I mean, I'm a little jealous you're going into summer. I wish I was going back into summer. It was hot, and you bitch, and you say, you wish it could be winter again, but nah, nobody ever means it. And for that, thanks for your money and stuff. You're a good guy.
All right, one more.
I feel like I've already done Convex Mirror.
We love you, Convex.
We do.
That's what you get.
We do.
If we missed you, we're sorry.
War Pigs, dude.
We got to meet War Pigs up in Seattle.
We got to meet you, and
beautiful man.
Beautiful man. You have a plan. I just make. I mean, I wish it was Peace Pigs. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's your choice.
Make war, not peace pigs.
Yeah, I'm really trying to be clever, but I'm just like really not clever. And so I'm like trying to think here. Thank you so much. You're a super cool guy. How about that one?
That's
I met you?
a legitimate gush.
Oh, okay. Can we stop there? I'm
we can stop there. We're good.
Camera shy.
All right, I'm gonna do one iTunes.
Did we really get more reviews?
Yeah,
because I checked this like a hawk.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we have 5 reviews, 5 new reviews.
Wait a second. I don't know.
Because we didn't read the 1-star review, and that's the one right.
What are you talking about? Yes, we did.
We did.
I thought I mentioned that we got a 1-star review, and then it was like finally, like we got our 1-star.
I don't think we read it on the show though.
Okay, well, let me read it.
All right.
Oh, nice. Roland in Antifa, which apparently stands. Oh yeah,
anti-fascist.
Yeah, anti-fascist.
It's an extremist liberal group.
So extremist liberal, extremist conservative, whatever. You're extreme. I'm not that extreme at all. When it comes to most things. Pretty much like everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of want to avoid danger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I scraped my hand moving furniture yesterday, and I honestly thought about complaining all day. But this is about you, nerd words. Is Roland in Antifa? No, because there's no Antifa groups near me. But here's your review, and this is your honest review, and I appreciate it. Don't want to hear Roland talking about how he hates President Trump and his supporters. Half the time, they don't even talk about Dota. Okay, so first and foremost, never talked about Trump supporters. I talked about...
Nope.
Nope.
It's fine. We're not talking about politics anymore on the show ever again. We love everybody.
Didn't talk about the supporters, though. Okay.
Never again. Yep,
never once talked about his supporters.
Fair
Just
enough.
want you to know that, guy. All right? Don't want to hear Roland talking about how he hates President Trump and his supporters. Half the time, they don't even talk about Dota. Breaky CPK is the only reason... I'm adding like some
a little flair. Yeah, it's nice. It's a good dramatic reading.
It means I hate it when you do 1 star.
Yeah.
Breaky CPK is the only reason I would listen to this show, but now I will never again. Motherfuckers. Which that was implied.
That was an added motherfuckers. Yeah, that was not added.
Good show, great community. Still some kinks to work out. 3, 4 stars.
This is another review.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nerds Words. Thanks for the time you did listen to the show. Yeah. Sorry you didn't care for it. And hey, give Breaky Show a break, and you can still listen to that. You don't have to listen to this one.
Breaky Show a break, Nerds Words.
Anyway.
I hate it.
Read one more, then we're going to kill this thing.
4 out of 5. This is a great Dota 2 podcast. Their willingness to experiment with formats, contents, and hosts is wonderful. The Arsenity Proud dynamic is great, and Theorycraft Thursday is actually my favorite podcast. Even the less informed discussions are interesting and entertaining. The main concern is that Roland still has some learning and growth. I thought you said 1 out of 3.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot that.
Damn, dude. The main concern is that Roland still has some learning and growth to do. The way he digs his heels in during discussions can derail entire episodes, especially when his obstinacy comes from the misinterpreting his co-hosts. Slow your roll a bit. It'll work out much better. Also, do not ever discuss your tax bracket as a way you give back to your country or community. That's not giving back. It's doing the bare minimum required of you. Maybe I'm in the minority, but I do appreciate when they veer off of Dota to talk about life or discuss cars. Confusing is all I've got to say there. I dig my heels in to bring down whole shows, but it's okay when I discuss cars. It brings some nice grounding to the conversation, and it's nice to get a sense of hostess people. P.S. It's always good to condemn Nazis. Don't feel bad about that.
This was
I'm super confused because like the
Green Indie Rock.
The only reason he likes me is because of when I derail an episode. So it's like it's not constructive. I don't know what to do. Do I continue to dig my heels in?
You're doing good. You're doing good. Today was a good job.
Nazis are bad.
Thanks, Green Indie Rock. We love you. Thanks for the 4-star review. That was great. I appreciate it. Sorry, I forgot that one had a rolling criticism.
If I weren't on this show, that would have been a 5-star review, probably. I am definitely the missing star. Right there. I mean, let's be honest. I am the missing star. It's pretty much all about me and the way he digs in his heels during discussions.
No, there's one that
entire episodes.
There's one that digs into me on here. It's the,
let's
the
read
most
that
recent one. All right. Well, then we got to remember to read the two in the middle. It's the very top one by Crawdaddy Mur.
I've been listening.
It's hopefully helpful criticism, and it's 5 stars from
Whoa,
Crawdaddy
it's
Mur.
long as fuck too. All right, hopefully we get some good jabs at you, dude. Because I'm always getting jabbed at. And I would love it, like just a right cross, just one right cross. You know?
It's fun, yeah. It's right here.
Medium punch.
Okay, yeah.
Medium punch. I've been listening for over a year now, and although many things have changed, let's just talk about the hosts. Cyphus, sometimes it feels like you get a bit uppity about your recent 3K and how well you do as a carry. However, I totally understand. Rarely does it get to be too much, with the exception of when we actually have seen General Denny. Roland, it seems as of late you aren't putting your most effort into Dota or .p. Maybe effort isn't the right word, but the enthusiasm. When I first started listening, you were also so cheery, even when you were on losing streaks. Maybe, I'm not sure. Dude, reading is given up.
I'm not sure if there are just personal things weighing in on your mind, but it seems like this is becoming more of a dreadful job than a hobby.
It totally is. I have to work with this fuck.
Ursi, sometimes I think you're too passive and proud. I understand that you guys have banter that usually involves you being the butt of the joke, but sometimes when talking about builds or plays, even when you could be right, you let proud tell you you're wrong. Proud see above. A little overzealous when it comes to anything that you hold dear. Breaky, it feels as though you're not part of .p. It's like there's the other 4 hosts, well now 6, and then you're your own entity. I understand the nature of the .pro show doesn't have a ton of room for the other 4, but I think something needs to be adjusted there. That and sometimes there's too much filler on your shows. TI7 compendium predictions, i.e. which hero will have the most last hits, feel like a waste of 10 to 20 minutes of airtime. With all that negative, however, the 5 of you are doing great. I've never seen people take criticism so well and adapt to it. The paragraphs above are not meant to hurt you guys, but to tell you what I, as an avid listener, hope you guys notice too and can adapt. Cyphus and Roland, your Monday show has always been my favorite, and I hope, Roland, that you get as enthusiastic as you used to be. Ursi, you're really intelligent when it comes to Dota, and I think you need to stand your ground when you make good points. Proud, I understand that you have a deep caring for things such as Lone Druid, Sven builds, base attack time,
etc.
Yeah, I added the base attack time. And that's great. I think you just need to tone it back a little and let the others have their opinions without telling them wrong. And Breaky, you do a great job with all of your guests, really getting a good rapport with them.
It's actually a T because he asked for spelling. Rapport is actually a weird word.
Rapport.
Yeah.
Getting critical information that we can just by browsing Wikipedia. All in all, I tune into every single episode of the show and will continue to do so until the end. Keep up all the good work, guys, and good luck moving forward. Thanks so much for that review, Crawdaddy Mur. I do.
Hopefully helpful criticism. 5 stars. So the rating system. Oh, I can't read it right now. Oh, it's great. It's good. It's okay. I don't like it. I hate it. So he thinks it's great. Thank you so much, Crawdaddy Mur. Hopefully helpful criticism. Totally.
We'll read the other 2 later on. That was a long review. You see, there was a jab there. I forgot that one. That one was it was a jab. It wasn't a right cross. Yeah. You know. Yeah. I'm gonna have to leave my own review. Just like I'm gonna have to boost my account, do all sorts of shit that's Roland,
just unethical.
You are the greatest show host on .p.
Ever has been, ever will be.
It is a crime that they stole your 5K MMR status from you.
Ursi does suck. You're right. Every time I hear you talk about Ursi, I agree with you.
I shake my head so hard in the affirmative that it nearly dislocates my shoulders.
All right, close this out because we're dying in here, dude.
If you guys want to find us, we are at defenseofthepatients.com. You can help support the show at patreon.com/defenseofthepatients. Where you can get gushed about and hear, even more importantly, this is not a completely altruistic thing if you donate to help folks at or help us at or patreon.com/defenseofthepatients. Instead, you get bonus content like the 2 patron exclusive episodes of the show that we do every month. And we've got some more wallpapers coming out for those that are signed up on that plan from B-Dub. She previewed them for us in our little show host Discord, and they look cool. So I'm really excited to start releasing those and rolling that stuff out. Of course, you can also follow us on Twitter at @p_show and subscribe to us on iTunes. It's a great way to help support the show as well, and leave us reviews there, which is the best free way to support the show. And of course, support our sponsors, like as you're hearing last week for Blink Predict. That's another great way to help support .p is by visiting our sponsors and supporting them. And finally, tune in tomorrow for Teach Me Tuesdays. I think the lineup is going to be me, Proud, and B-Dub. And we're going to delve into... I'm looking forward to asking Proud some more carry questions and asking him what he thinks of Versy's homework assignment and if I executed it properly. So, anything else I should add? Anything I'm forgetting?
No, you're doing a great job.
All right. Thanks for that review. I hope that makes it into your final iTunes review. How good a job I do around here. Hope you take the time.
Yeah, no, you do a lot. You really do.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I mean that.
All right.
I do mean that.
Yeah, thanks. This got a little unnecessarily awkward at the end, I guess.
Well,
and
I was just sitting here waiting for you to close the show.
All right. Until next time, guys, this is Cyphus for Roland saying good luck.